Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to this short summary of Perek Chavav, that's chapter 26 in the book of Shemot. And we are continuing to learn very excitingly about the Mishkan, about the special house made for Hashem by the Bnei Yisrael in the desert. And the Mishkan, here's an overview, had a few different parts. There was an outer courtyard made of twisted linen, nets, curtains with holes in the middle, held up on beams. And today we're going to discuss the inner part of the Mishkan, the building of the Mishkan, which is made of cedar wood beams, all fitted together, covered by 3 layers of coverings. 3 layers of coverings went on the Mishkan. Some say there was even 4 layers of coverings on the Mishkan. Okay? And there was an outer mizbeach, an outer altar for animal sacrifices. There was a special sink for the Kohanim to wash their feet. And then inside there was special furniture that we used to serve Hashem. There was the menorah on the left side, the south side. There was a shulchan, a special table on the north side. Okay? And then on the east side we had the Mizbeach HaZahav, the incense altar, and on the west side there was a curtain, and in back of that curtain was the Holy of Holies, the room which contained the Aron, the special box that had the Luchot, the 10 Commandments, inside of it. Okay? That's an overview of the setup of the Mishkan. Now we're going to get into specifics over here. Okay, first of all, we're going to discuss the top of the Mishkan. The Torah tells us that the Mishkan had several coverings. These were called Yeriot. Okay? Yeriot literally could mean curtains. Okay? And they were sort of like a tapestry that was hung over the Mishkan roof, and they had several layers. Okay, the first layer, the bottom layer, was made out of different multicolored, twisted threads. You can't really see it so clearly, but you had over there red, crimson wool. You had techeles, which is blue wool, argama, which is purple wool. Okay, all twisted together with white wool, and these 4 different colors formed a beautiful multicolored curtain, and there was on it pictures of lions and eagles. Okay, this is an under layer. You can't see it in this picture, but the first layer, we'll just make it a multicolored layer that went over the whole Mishkan underneath this black layer. We'll just make it multicolored there. Okay, a multicolored curtain that sort of looked like this color over here, 4 different colors together with lions and eagles on it. Then on top of that, there was a layer of black curtains. It was dyed black from goat skin, and it was actually all sewn together in sections. Okay? There were several sections of each of these curtains. The way it worked is that there was a long section tied to another one, in sections. And they were also in some points they were hooked on to each other throughout the whole entire length of the Mishkan. Okay. Now the top layer, the third layer, had on it red dyed ram skin. That means it was ram skin. It was dyed the color red. Okay. Now on top of that, there was something called tachash. Tachash skin is an animal which we don't know what it is. Some say it was a special animal Hashem made just for this time. It had several different colors to its skin. It looked very beautiful and unique. Okay? And this animal skin was used for the roof, the very top of the Mishkan. However, the way it worked out was, according to some opinions, that was part sewed onto the top of the ram skin. According to other opinions, it was a separate covering that was laid on top of that. Okay, so there was 3 to 4 coverings on top of the Mishkan here. Okay, now we're going to discuss the krashim. Okay, the krashim were beams. Okay, this is what was underneath all those curtains. There were these wooden beams that were coated with gold. There was a bar going through, loops on the side to attach it, and on the very bottom there were these plugs. Okay, so you can't see it over here, but inside each beam there was, at the end of each beam there was like a socket that you put in an outlet that would come down from the beam, and that would go into two silver plugs on the bottom, two silver sockets. Okay, just like a plug going into an outlet. And that was to keep the Mishkan sturdy on the bottom, and on the top there were also golden connectors connecting the top of the Mishkan together. Okay, so that was the krashim, that was the beams. Okay, and now we talk about the parochet. The parochet was a special screen, a special curtain, which separated the kodesh, which is this part where the menorah and the shulchan, from the kodesh hakadashim, from the holy of holies. Okay, that curtain had on it also lions and eagles, and it was made of the different colors of twisted threads together. Okay, so the parochet was the curtain separating the kodesh, where the special furniture was, from the holy of holies, from the place where the aron was inside. Then there was the masach. The masach is a screen. What screen? So there was a special door. There was a masach, a screen, also a similar color idea at the front door of the Mishkan. The masach, a screen, a doorway in front of the entrance of the Mishkan to enter the Kodesh. Okay, now we're going to discuss the order in which the items in the Mishkan were placed. So inside the Mishkan building, which was shaped like over here a rectangle, and you had the directions. You had west, you had east, you had north, south. Okay, and on the north side of the room, it was shaped like a triangle. On the north side was the shulchan, the table. On the south side was the menorah. Like a triangle, on the east side was the golden altar. Okay, so they were arranged like a triangle there. And then in the west side and back of the curtain was the box, the aron, with the luchot inside of it. And that is a quick summary of this parak. Wait, silly story to remember it all. Oh no, what am I going to do? This is parak 26, chapter Nosh. You see, because the word Nosh means like a bunch of candy and junk, like chazarai in Yiddish, and Nosh is really an N flipped on its side, and sh, SH is really 6, because in this secret code, the letter J, which is a backward 6, J, okay, that represents 6, and any sound which makes a similar sound to J, like ch or sh, can be substituted. So Nosh is N, 2, and no vowel doesn't count, and sh, which is a cousin of J, which is 26. And the silly story, are you ready for the silly story? The silly story is, so in chapter Nosh, the Kohen came into the Mishkan, and he found that there was a whole bunch of Nosh. There was a whole bunch of Nosh all over the place. And the Kohen said, this is ridiculous. We got to arrange the Nosh. We can't feed Hashem with Nosh that is not correctly orchestrated. So the Kohen put up all the Nosh in the right directions. He made sure that in the east was a Nosh on the altar, and in the west there was Nosh on the shulchan, and in the south there was Nosh next to the menorah for the Kohen to munch every time he set up the menorah. And of course, he set up another Nosh. This was the best Nosh, the Nosh machine, the Nosh box. Oh yes, the Nosh box was put in the Kodesh HaKodashim, in the Holy of Holies, behind the curtain, so the Kohen Gadol could have a snack on Yom Kippur. Ha 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 ha! That's a silly story, that didn't really happen, but chapter 26 is all about the arranging of the furniture in the Mishkan. Thank you for watching.